Alright, Basma, good morning. This is Duck. This is my computer screen. I've been keeping up on the news in the Middle East. I've been predicting upheavals here for a long time. Anybody that's ever lived in Israel knew for many years, once the American influence, their money influence, collapsed or wasn't as influential as it once was, being the only superpower with a real thriving economy back in the 80s and 90s, early 2000s. I mean, it was going downhill, but it was still better than China and Russia. They knew these countries were going to collapse. Through the years, what America and British and European influence has done is basically kept these areas divided and conquered through their tribal conflicts that have been really going on through the centuries. I'm going to try to get my mouse over here. Of course, we have Israel here, a small little dot, Sinai, Suez Canal, the pipeline that runs parallel with the Suez Canal for loading and unloading huge shipments of oil. Now, we don't get a lot of our oil from here, very little. We went into Iraq here and killed a bunch of Muslims, millions, took their oil, which we're shipping over to China. That keeps China out of our oil from Venezuela and Canada, so we have cheaper oil. That's why we have cheaper oil. Of course, we have the behemoth Iran, the behemoth Turkey to the north of Israel here, and we have Egypt now going over to the Brotherhood. And all these countries here are already in the Brotherhood. This whole North Africa. The only place that's not Muslim in the Brotherhood is South Africa, and they're going over too pretty soon. But we got Pakistan here. Now, this is what's important, the Straits of Suez, because our war machine comes through the Straits of Gibraltar, which is also Morocco, Spain. Spain is also now Muslim controlled. And our warships come through the Mediterranean Sea and through the Suez Canal and down through the coast of Ardennes, and of course up through the Persian Gulf to deliver supplies up here in Kuwait. Or we go through Turkey, not too much through Turkey because it's too landlocked here. But and we go through Pakistan here to fight the war in Afghanistan. Now, the ships are important because, you know, the heavy equipment, tanks, a lot of the ordnances, bombs and things can't be flown. So we have to use the ships. This is vital. The Suez Canal is vital to our war machine. Now, if something happened, oh, what the fuck? And we had to right now, we just, from the United States, we go straight here through the Straits of Gibraltar, Mediterranean, down the Suez Canal, around to right there. If we had to go around the Horn of Africa, this would quadruple the price of the war, because the goods to be shipped there would quadruple. Okay? Now, currently, in order to get a gallon of gas, 1 gallon of gas from the United States through the Mediterranean, through the Suez Canal, because we refine the gas here in the States. It's refined here, goes to the war site. By the time it gets to Afghanistan here, that gallon of gas is costing $420. If we had to go around the Straits, the Horn of Africa here, that price would triple at least. We can't afford the wars as it is, and Obama is cutting back already on the war budget, not much, but a little bit. And these Republicans who love these wars, especially the one guy from I don't know his name, from the Republican who's now the minority speaker of the Senate. He looks like he has some skin stretched over something. Some kind of a skeleton that's not human. But they love these wars. These wars are keeping, and there's so many military bases down in Kentucky that that economy's thriving on the military. But this is all fiat money. It's all borrowed money. It's all made up money to fight these wars. There's no profit in this. And I think what's going to happen is the Suez Canal here. See, we got a long way to go to fight these wars. That's why I always said, when people tell me they're going to fight these wars for our freedom, these people have no way to get here. The people that bombed 9/11 were living in the United States. These people have nothing to do with that. These people over here, this is all political. This is all about oil, getting oil to China so they won't infringe on our oil, so we can keep oil cheap. It's our deal with China is they loan us the money, we bring our war machine in, we keep the oil flowing. But that's going to backfire because the United States is losing its influence over here. Suez Canal stuff. I was just trying to get the latest treaties of the Suez Canal. But when they say the internet is shut off in Egypt, they're right. All this, any information coming from Egypt is totally shut down. Now I can go through these sites. There's 100 different little websites here. You won't even come up now. But what happens is it just goes to any of these sites. Suez Canal, the government of the Suez Canal, photographs of the Suez Canal. They even had real-time cameras on the Suez Canal. You can't get any of that stuff. It's all just shut down. And it's been like that for a couple of days. Here we go. Back to the Middle East map here. Israel surrounded. These are all going to go over to the Brotherhood. Now these areas have all been in tribal conflicts for centuries, and this is what kept these people divided. Now if you look, the only lesson we can learn here is America is also divided, but not by tribal conflicts. So we are divided by class, by race. Of course, class, social status is a big one nowadays. Unemployed people are divided from people who are working. The color of your skin you're divided by. Of course, your social status. I said it 3 times because that's the big one in America. And your political beliefs, your religious beliefs. America is totally divided. We will not ever in America come together as one solid, cohesive power to fight anybody, because we're just too damn divided. And Americans are we're so brainwashed by that goddamn TV and movies and fucking what's going on in the entertainment world that we will never become together. But these people, these tribal conflicts are going to be put aside, and what's going to unite these people is this religion. Look, this behemoth, all this area here, man, this is gigantic, is the Muslim Brotherhood, and this is going to unite the Muslim people. Now, there's no reason why these people should be starving. This is the breadbasket of the world here. And for centuries, the United States, Britain, all the influence from Europe over here have been keeping these people divided, conquered, and they can't even feed themselves. This is the breadbasket of the world. There's more natural resources, more oil, more gold, everything in this areas. And the white people, the Christian, Judeo-Christian people know it. And for centuries, man, before even America was even a country, we've been keeping these people down, divided, conquered, so we could rape their resources and starve their people. And that's what we've been doing. And we just have to admit it. Now what's going to happen is these people know it. They're going to unite. The Brotherhood's already feeding people here in Egypt. I said whoever brings the food in is going to win the hearts of the people. Iran is already bringing food in. Iran, they have already conquered Syria, Jordan, Lebanon. Turkey weighed in this morning. Turkey is kind of anxiously sitting back and watching, because Turkey knows here's a huge propped up United States government. We've got nuclear bombs here. We got huge army and naval and Air Force bases here. And I think got 90 tactical nukes here. And the rest of this area here is going to be looking real hard at Turkey and saying, what are you going to do? Are you going to be with them? Or are you going to be with us? And they're Muslim. And they can say they're a democracy, they're usually just a puppet state of the United States, but they're going down next, and so is Saudi Arabia. The monarchy in Saudi Arabia already told all of the royal family just to get the hell out of Saudi Arabia. Yeah, now. No screwing around. Now, what we're going to see next is there's going to be a play for the Suez Canal. Now remember, we have this huge oil rig off the coast of Lebanon and Israel here in disputed waters that's going to have billions and billions of dollars worth of gas and oil, and it's going to play a big part in this whole regional conflict here that's going on. And Israel's going to have a choice to make, because America's not going to be able to help. We're going to have our dollar is going to collapse. These people are going to collapse our dollar. They're going to throw these bonds back on the market. Japan, Brazil, all these countries that we think are our friends, they're really not. They're going to think of them self-preservation before they think of preserving America. And they're going to throw those bonds back on the market for pennies on the dollar, which is going to just collapse our dollar system, okay? Turkey's going to have a choice. Either they're going to be forced to take the Brotherhood, or they're going to surrender and let them take over. And that's what's going to happen. Now you have Israel completely surrounded. You have the entire Mediterranean basically blocked off to anybody that wants to get in. And we have many boats in naval ships here in the Mediterranean and in the Red Sea. And they're going to be very vulnerable to attack by our enemies over here, unless they're just going to tell Americans to get out of the area. And if we don't, then it's not going to be pretty. And if Americans go in and try to take this canal, which I already thought they probably would, either Americans or Israel. If Israel does it, it's going to be World War III. If Americans do it, we might be able to stabilize the area a little bit for a short time, but they're not going to put up with it. They're not going to put up with the American forces coming in and forcefully taking this canal just so our warships can get through. And I can tell you right now, when these Muslims see these warships coming through this canal, and they see off in the distance, and they're working in their fields, and they see these huge warships, and they know what they're doing. They're going to kill more Muslims. That's the only reason why they're coming through, to deliver supplies that are going to help kill more Muslims. And they're tired of it. So I'm going to post this, my ideas on what's going on in the Middle East. I believe it's going to be a huge clusterfuck. I believe the Suez Canal is going to have to be stabilized. They're not going to give a shit about the rest of the area. But the people, whoever feeds these people, is going to win the hearts and minds, and that's going to be the Muslim Brotherhood. And that's going to happen next. This is Duck Out.